Nick, explain the face. Should the Lakers be worried at all about Lonzo Ball's effectiveness? Tell me about the fourth quarter.
Wait a second. Can I cut in here for a second?
Whatever you want, sir.
Have you guys ever seen Lonzo's dad coach AAU?
I have.
Okay, have you guys...
His youngest played against my son this summer.
Yeah, have you guys seen him say anything in basketball that you really thought, like, he was a decent coach? Like, I mean, seriously. I know he's got 3 sons that might be Division I, and Nick could be like he's got one in the pros, the other ones are going to school for free. But that don't make him a basketball coach. Just because you provide the sperm to an athlete don't make you an athlete or some type of coach. But go ahead. That was just a...
You're questioning his basketball acumen, which I understand. And that's why I was making the face. Like, listen, Lonzo Ball is playing more minutes than every rookie in the league except Ben Simmons. Okay, so he's playing 33 minutes a game. His college games were 40 minutes, and he wasn't playing much more than 33. So, the idea that he's not getting enough minutes is silly. But the question is, should the Lakers be worried about Lonzo? Concerned, not panicked, not thinking they blew the pick, not thinking he's a bust, but Lonzo hasn't been great. And I'm saying great by rookie standards.
Yes.
Not great by NBA standards. There's only one rookie who's been great by NBA standards. That's Ben Simmons, and he's playing on a slightly different set of rules because he was drafted last year, was injured, so he had an extra year of being with the team, working out with the team, traveling with the team, the whole nine. But Lonzo's not even been the best rookie on the Lakers.
Yes.
Kyle Kuzma, a late first-round pick, is averaging nearly twice as many points, is averaging nearly 2 times better field goal percentage. Kyle Kuzma's transition's been going just fine. Jason Tatum, one and done, 3rd pick of the draft, hasn't had a bad game yet.
In Boston.
Jason Tatum's playing for a winner, big important minutes since Hayward's injury. So that is concerning. I mean, Lonzo was my pick for Rookie of the Year. It looks like Ben Simmons is going to run away with that one. I still, if the draft was redone today, I'd take him #1 overall, like I said before the draft, because I think the upside with him is so enormous. But, Cece, the struggles now are something you've got to look at and see. Why has his, particularly shooting, been so ineffective?
Well, I'm not surprised at all. My brother Butch, he works for the Knicks. Longtime NBA player, coached in college, coached in high school. He told me that even in college, beware of his inability to score the basketball. Now, people think, like in college, oh, he got 25, 28. No, he only averaged 14 points in college. Now, he wasn't on a stacked UCLA team. They were a bad team until he got to the team. They have a couple pros on the team, several pros on the team, but he only averaged 14 points. So how do you do that in college? Either get a lot of layups, and then he hit a few threes. That's all you need to be able to get 14 points. So he does not have any intermediate offensive game, all right? His three-point shot is inconsistent because he shoots his jump shot descending. As you watch the highlights, you'll see most jump shooters either shoot it on the way up, watch Steph, and watch my man Clay. Watch them. Either they shoot at the top of their jump or on the way up on their jumper. He doesn't do that. So they don't play up and down enough, so he's not going to get any easy buckets. So I'm not surprised at all that he's struggling offensively.
But we all agree that the minutes is not his biggest concern, as his father seems to.
The minutes actually get you better. That's the kind of the idioticness to his dad's comments.
Yeah.
Playing on the court, actually getting better. Don't make excuses for the kid because he's not a great shooter.
Well, his dad is wanting him to play more. His dad wants him to play the entire fourth quarter. But the thing is, that's not what happens in the NBA.
Yeah, he ended up getting injured.
Well, and it's just
late in the season.
33 minutes is plenty of minutes. It's just period, point blank. There are 33 minutes per game will put you in the top 30 for the league in minutes per game. The minutes is not the issue. Now, I know a lot of people are drawing the comparison. When he was drafted, people said, hey, it could be Jason Kidd. Now, that's high praise. Jason Kidd is one of the 7 best point guards in the history of this sport.
It's high praise because we know the finished product.
Exactly right. Jason Kidd also struggled very similarly through his first 10 career games. Jason Kidd was shooting 36%, Lonzo shooting 30%. Jason Kidd was averaging 9.5 points a game. Lonzo was averaging 8.5 points a game. There are some similar. They're averaging the same rebounds and assists.
Jason Kidd was a lot better defender than Lonzo will ever be.
And Jason Kidd already had an NBA body. Jason Kidd, we had seen more, I would say, you had more reason to believe when he was coming out of college that he was a more seasoned player.
Yes.
while I'm a buyer on Lonzo Ball, if you redid the draft today, I wouldn't let these 10 games trick me to where I'm taking Tatum over him or Fultz over him. I'm not doing that. I would still say Lonzo goes number 1 because I'm still a buyer. But the Jason Kidd comparison, even if statistically it looks nice, that's unfair. Let's not forget, Jason Kidd was the best player on a back-to-back Eastern Conference champion team in the New Jersey Nets. The Jason Kidd was a really great player in this league. They do have a similar, I get it. What they're saying is pass-first guy who can't shoot. Like, that's all they're saying. But Lonzo's going to need to be able to shoot. This isn't the league Jason Kidd came into either, CC.
No.
Like, everybody, you can't be a guard in this league today and not be able to hit shots. I mean, go ask Derrick Rose how that's working out for him. It totally kneecaps your effect. This season, he's been fine. Last night, he was great. This season, he's been, I would say, 90% of what the Celtics hoped he would be. He's been a little bit less than, but the team's winning. They've won 9 in a row. Last night, though, that's the Kyrie that we're supposed to be seeing more often. And kudos to Kyrie. He was extraordinary. He was efficient. He was the best player on the court. He was there at the end, which is one of his greatest skill sets, which is he has no fear. Now, sometimes that lack of fear leads him to some inefficiencies, but not last night. 35 points, 7 assists in a game where the Hawks feeling themselves a little bit. Hawks only had 1 win all year. They then got a close win over the Cavs that they tried to blow, but they held on at the end. There was a close win against Boston. You're playing the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. They're up for those games, and Kyrie silenced them. So, I mean, I give Kyrie a ton of credit for last night. I don't want to overplay last night into his whole season where he's been fine, but last night he was great.
Kyrie is a great basketball player. Now, as far as the season, it's a short sample. He got off to a slow start. But how do you get off to a good start when Gordon Hayward shatters his leg in the first game? Also, this trade, mentally, in changing locales and all the criticism he was getting, it's hard mentally to switch teams, especially when you've been on the Cavs your whole career and with LeBron. So there were a lot of things that he had to justify wanting to be out of Cleveland. But the one thing I like about Kyrie right now is the other young players around him are getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Right.
Jalen Smith, Tatum, these are ball players. And he's not forcing up shots just to get his numbers. You can see him helping the development of these other players. So I like what they're doing in Boston. When they are able to get a healthy squad, this is a very interesting team to see.
Give it up for the Celtics. They've won 9 straight without Gordon Hayward in that lineup. Everyone's stepping up.
No, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum
are benefiting.
They are low in a weird way. They're exactly right. They're benefiting from Gordon being out
because all those minutes wouldn't be there.
Right.
And this was Kyrie's best game, though, since the game Gordon Hayward got hurt. He was 22 and 10 in that game. He hadn't been over 25 points once all season. He was really good last night, and I'll give him credit for that. You expect to see that more than once every 11 games, but he was very good last night.
And I have not seen 5 players more improved in the NBA than Jaylen Brown.
Oh, man.
You'd be hard-pressed. Give me 5 guys more improved. Guy couldn't shoot, looked like a liability. He's only 20 years old.
Right.
Now he can shoot intermediate, can shoot the 3. Very impressive. His
very
development.
good.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.